It has finished here tonight in the Vanarama National League. Altrincham 0, Wealdstone 1, and the Robins manager Phil Parkinson joins us. Phil, how do you pick the bones out of that game? Because there wasn't a huge amount to pick the bones out of.
I thought it was a much better performance than the weekend, believe it or not. I thought we were more consistent. I thought we controlled more of the game, which I don't think we did at all against Aldershot. We created more chances, I felt, against Aldershot. But it's sort of a bit like what I said to you the other day. It epitomises where we are at the moment, where the chances that we've created and the chance we've conceded, it's almost like night and day. Alex Newby's had a volley centre of the 18-yard box, and there's only one player you want on the end of that, which is Alex, with a really top quality touch to set himself as well. I think everyone thought he should have took it first time, but sets himself, and you just think goal, because it's Alex Newby and it's the centre of the 18-yard box. Doesn't go in. And then at the start of the second half, Reid, I don't know how he manages to get across us there, but gets a simple header. Managed to find its way through Rob at the near post, which just doesn't happen to Rob Lainton. And then second half, I felt we had the best chance again with Justin Amaluza for the pull. That's probably the best chance of the game. If he controls it, any other time, Justin finishes that, and he takes the side foot and it's a tame shot. And then Cozzy at the end, it's an unbelievable attempt on goal, and any other day when you're doing well, that goes in. And when your luck's not in, it's not in. But we're in a tough place at the moment, because when we're getting beat, take Rochdale out of the equation, there's been, 3-2-1s now and then a 1-0. We're in every single game, and we should be with the opponents that we're playing. But if you look at our injury list and the experience that we don't have in the team at the moment, or the ability to call upon, it's definitely having an effect, but it's not a huge effect. It's fine margins, and we're getting punished for anything that we do, not even do wrong. Any half attempts on goal a team has seems to be going in, and we've got to work exceptionally hard to score a goal at the moment, whereas we were free flowing. But look, we haven't got for me, the best striker in the division, where we've been, I'm not going to use the word cheated, but really unfairly treated with that situation. And I still believe in the group where we can get the results, but I think everybody around us is starting to not believe a little bit. So not the lads in the changing room. They're doing everything, they're working ever so hard. But we're relying on a lot of young players and inexperienced players who haven't been playing all season to get us the goods. And unfortunately, as I said the other day, we're just not quite able to do that at the moment. And then it doesn't get any tougher than what we've got coming up at the weekend, does it, Barnet? So yeah, we're in a tough spot.
In the first half, I thought the tempo was good. I thought we held on to the ball well. We created a few chances. Perhaps the ball into the box hit the first defender too many times, but there's nothing wrong with the first half performance. And even the early goal in the second half, I wouldn't say knocked the stuffing out of us, but we struggled to get going in after the break. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. The goal and the dark arts that Wealdstone were incorporating, and that's fine, because we know we have to deal with that. I think it had gone from the goal, then I looked at the clock, it was like 75 minutes. It's amazing how fast it goes when you're a goal down. And they just chewed up the clock, and we didn't get any sort of real momentum until probably the last 15 minutes. And I felt then we did, and we looked like we could have got a goal, but it just didn't come, did it? So you're right, I totally agree with your first half assessment. I thought we were really strong, competitive, controlled the game. And then second half, do you know what I will give the lads a lot of credit for? Because when you're losing, fans just shout the age-old shouts on get it forward, boot it up. That's not what my teams and Neil teams do. We've never done that. We'll have a way of playing, a methodology of playing. I was so proud that they didn't deviate away from that, because it's tough at the moment, and I can feel it from. I think we've got a philosophy of a way we want to play, and I don't think we're one-dimensional. We will go direct as well, but we want to do it with quality and purpose and a reason to go forward, not just aimlessly because people are getting frustrated and impatient. And then off the ball, the lads have worked exceptionally hard here. So I wasn't very happy with them on Saturday, even though I felt we created enough chances to get something out of the game. Today, I felt the They answered a lot of the questions that we posed at them post-game. They showed a lot of bravery, because it is hard when you're on that pitch. Doesn't matter if this stadium is full or empty. You go out there with an expectation to play a certain style of football, an attractive brand of football that's created chances. Now, we have created chances tonight, and you're playing against a team who are fighting for their lives. And as I said a few weeks ago, we're not playing teams in mid-table who are on holiday. Nobody's in that position yet. And I've got a feeling, looking at the table, it's probably not going to be like that for the rest of the season, because it's so tight at both ends of the table. Everyone around us has lost, so it's not just us. So the positive is we haven't really lost any ground. And the little ray of light that I'll hold on to is I saw a stand-up performance from the lads. Did they get the rewards for that? No. Is everybody really annoyed at us and frustrated because we're losing? It feels like we've let it slip through our grasp. But this is Altrincham. Been here so many times at this football club. You go on you're easily in this division capable of going on a losing streak. And I went over to the fans at the end because they were shouting comments about the lads not trying. No chance. And I spoke to them, and I could see in their eyes they do believe in us, but they're frustrated and they're annoyed. But this is Altrincham. We're not old, and we can't go out and splash thousands of pounds on a new centre forward, because we've got our two centre forwards who are missing. Jake Bickerstaff's coming in, working his absolute socks off, trying to find a bit of form. We've got what we've got, and the lads are believing in what we're doing, and there's still a lot of football to be played. And if people want to give up on us, that's up to them. But I certainly believe in this group. The group believe in what we're doing. They fight tooth and nail for that badge. They bleed red and white. I don't care what anyone says. That group work exceptionally hard to represent this football club. And remember, we're in the top tier of the non-league pyramid. It's not easy. It's hard. We've been a yo-yo team in this division for years before myself and Neil come in. We've stabilised ourselves over 5 years. 2 years on the bounce. Last year, firmly in the playoffs. This year, doing better than we did last year, but it doesn't look that way because everyone's improved. But we're pushing for playoffs. It's hard. It's not easy. There's going to be bumps in the road, and we're hitting them, and it's really difficult. Look, we've not got Ethan Ross in goal at the moment, who's probably worth about 7 points that we've dropped. But that's where we're at. We haven't got Regan Linney because he's been suspended for 3 games. He's the top goal scorer. He's the second top goal scorer in the division. We haven't got Joe Nuttall, who's a big player for us in games like this where we need a hold-up player at times. We've got some big players missing. James Jones, Ollie Crankshaw's not been available pretty much all season, who's going to be our big driving force this year. So for the group to do what they've done, I just need people to have perspective of where we are and know that no one's giving up, no one's happy with the situation. We're all fighting to turn it round, and I really believe we will. Like I said, I've been here so many times. It was exactly the same at this point last season. Have we created loads and loads of chances? But you're not going to against Wealdstone, who are fighting for their lives and are a decent outfit as well. People underestimate how good they are. Look what they had up to Alex Reid. That centre forward's a top centre forward in this division, and we've got kids who were expecting to turn the game on its head and win us the game. So we're in every game. It's tight. It's fine margins. We're coming out the wrong end of it, but we're beat. We're certainly not defeated. We'll be back.
I have to say a positive word about Matty Costello. I thought he was the player who looked as if he might be able to light us up tonight. Yeah, well,
he showed the bits of quality when we needed it, and Matty's one of them impulsive players. He plays off the cuff a little bit, a bit of a maverick. People tell me they want to see them players, and then when they play and they make a mistake, they want to jump on them from a great height. Everybody wants the perfect player now. Matty showed real quality, real desire. Can he do better? Absolutely. So could all the players, but as you said, when your luck's not in, it's not in. The shot he's at the end is absolute unbelievable, isn't it? And any other day, I think that dips in when our luck's in, but our luck's not in at the moment.
For the remainder of the season, it's as much about managing the minds as the bodies.
I think so. I mean, we've got a psychotherapist in Millie Peel, and I'm sure she's got a work cut out because, like I said, I can't control what goes on outside of here in terms of what people write about the players that represent this football club. But remember, they represent this football club. They represent you. They're certainly not going out trying to lose. As I said to a fan at the end there, I think he said it was a tough watch, or we're not trying, and it's tough at the moment. And it's tough being a fan, because it's great when you're winning, but when you're losing, that's when your football team really needs you. And do you know what? I believed him when he said we are in it together, because that's my mantra to the players as well. Are we in it together? I've always believed that here. And that's one of the reasons I've always stayed as well, because I believe this club is stronger when it's won and when it's pulling together. And everyone will say the same, but I've been here a long time now, and I know the strengths and weaknesses of this football club. And I just need everyone to keep believing and keep turning up, because it is tough. But I tell you what, if we do get in them playoffs and you're that person who wants to turn on us, don't turn up to the playoffs then. Stick with us now while it's tough, and then you'll enjoy it even more when we get there, because we will. And we'll do well, but we need everyone to be with us.
And we have been here before, 5 defeats on the bounce in February and March last season. We finished 4th in the division. So the playoffs are still very, very much on.
We're fighting. It's not easy. Look at all the teams who are above us who've sorted themselves out. Look at the teams who are struggling now, who are in a similar position to us at Gateshead, who have had a big drop-off, haven't they? Because they've been depleted with injuries, players who have moved on. And teams like us and Gateshead, I'd put Halifax probably in that bracket, who've hit an element of consistency, but they've lost tonight as well, haven't they? So everyone will have a rough spell, but we seem to have it all at once because of the amount of players that we've got missing.
Non-league day on Saturday, Barnet, as you say, champions-elect in town. It's going to be a very difficult game, a huge occasion, big crowd. The club loves non-league day. I know you love non-league day. And perhaps that's just the sort of event that we need right now.
I think so. And as I said, with Barnet coming, it's a huge day for us, isn't it? It's a game where the players have got to get themselves up for it. There can be no feeling sorry for themselves. We've got to dust ourselves down, and we've got everything to play for. As I said, no one's on the beach. No one's giving up on it. No one's looking at the finishing line. We want to go till June the 1st. We want to get to Wembley. And we're going to fight tooth and nail to do it. A non-league day gives us a great opportunity to really show our fans, and our fans to show everyone what Altrincham's all about. And if it's not our day, as a fan base, show them how good we are. On the pitch, we'll do everything we can, as we have done for God knows how many seasons now. But if it's not our day, it's not our day, and we can't always win. We're not always going to win every week. And when you're on a losing streak, nobody wants to hear that, but it's a really tough division, and we're going to give it everything. The players will work exceptionally hard. We'll double down on everything that we do, because we want to give our fans, on a special day, a win that they've been long awaiting for now.
And if we were finishing the season right now, we'd be going in, and we qualified for the playoffs, we'd be going into the playoffs on a little bit of a low. But it doesn't matter where you are on March the 18th, it matters where you are on May the 5th. And if we can get into the playoffs and have some momentum going into the playoffs, that will make a huge, huge positive difference.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because I felt at this point last season, where even when we were winning at the back end, I never felt we were performing particularly well. We were getting results, and everyone says it's the business end of the season. And I've said it myself, the result outweighs the performance. But when you're not winning, you want to see something where you believe you're going to get some momentum, and I felt I saw that today.